Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Hi guys, so today we are going to be doing some more 3D nail art. Not too long ago, let's see, don't mind my nails on this hand. I was fixing my nails on this hand and I have to fix this nail and my thumbnail and the rest of these, so don't mind my left hand. So, if you remember these 3D nail art, if you didn't see this video, you can go ahead and go watch it, but they're just 3D nail art, or Christmas nail art swatches that I've done. And so I was inspired by this earring that I had that has beautiful flowers in it, and they move around. And I have also been seeing a lot of people making these kind of 3D kind of globe nail designs, and I thought that was interesting. And so I said, you know what, I think I might be able to create the same thing. So I had this little earring as an inspiration that I don't wear because it's way too big for my ear. And then I just had inspiration from watching a lot of kind of snow globe nails. So I said I should be able to create that, something similar. So I had watched someone on YouTube, and now I'm going to have to go back and kind of check what her channel is, because I definitely want to give her credit for it. She was using, okay, so I wanted to create, always wanted to create something that's like this. So I'm thinking, or I've been thinking how I can kind of create a dome glass kind of shape like this. And so when I saw her create something like this, I said, well, I have a dropper and I think I can do the same thing. It's not the same way, I don't think, but I tried it, I achieved it, I think for the most part. It's just, I think mine was a little big, so I think this time I'm going to go maybe half of that. So I started it here. But what I want to explain to you is that this is just a dropper. Now the dropper is silicone, I can push it, okay? And on the top I have layered base gel and top coat in a circle. And you can't see it, I know, because it's black, but just on the tip is where I formed that shape. So now, if you look here, I have created that snow globe. Can you see it? I'm going to get close up so you can see it, but I don't know if you can see it moving when I do that in there, so I'm going to get a little close so you can see better. Here she is. I don't know if you guys can see that. So anyways, going back to the, guys, sorry if you hear a fan on in the background. There is a fan on, so I apologize for that. Headphone users, I'm very, very sorry if you hear that. But so that's what I created, right? So I knew that I could create this on a nail, so that's what I created. And I created a little snow globe. Now I think I maybe filled it a little bit too much, and I also made it too big, as you can see, because it's really big on the nail. The idea is great. And again, I'm going to try to find the person that I saw do this technique. And that was the only person I've seen so far do this technique. So I definitely want to give her credit. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pinch my dropper here. And you can see it goes from black to white. And that's because it's releasing from the tube. Okay? And you can see it completely went white. A little bit back, a little bit there. So, and I'm just going to keep going around and around. Okay? And because it's silicone, it's just going to pop right off. Just going to take this off for now. Made a little mount so that I could stand it up. And you can see it? It just comes right off. Now this one came out a little cloudy, and I'm not sure why. Much more cloudier than this one. You can see the difference. You can see right through this one. I don't know, maybe I used a different product. Hopefully that'll go away. But you can see that they made a little globe, right? So now what I want to do is before I go and I maybe cut it or sand it a little bit, sand the edges and make it a little bit smaller. I think I want it kind of half of that size. I'm going to go in with a top coat inside just to make that nice and shiny in there. I'm going to use a no wipe so that it does not remain sticky in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest. And the reason for that is because last time I did it vice versa. And vice versa? How do you say that? Vice versa? You guys know what I mean. I ended up getting nail filings in there, and it really wasn't fun at all to get out. Make sure you're using a no wipe. So this is a no wipe top coat, and I'm just going to, I'm not globbing it in there. I certainly don't want to do that because then I'll get a pool, kind of like a pooling effect in there, and I definitely don't want that because then you'll kind of distort the image, right? So just a nice layer up the sides, spread it around, and I'm going to show you in a minute that there is no pooling because of the way that I evenly layered it on there. You would think at the bottom, oh I almost dropped it, that there would be like a little pooling effect. There isn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer, or not layer, I'm going to put this without squishing it. Also, it's really thin, so don't pinch it, don't squish it because you'll break it. Okay, I'm going to put this in the light for 60 seconds. Just put it in there as best as you can do standing up. Guys, I'm sorry if you hear my heat come on in the background. There is a massive snowstorm coming our way, and I cannot turn that heat off at all, so I apologize for that. I'm just going to go in with another thin layer of top coat, the same way that I just did the first one, right inside of the globe. Very, very thin. Okay. Okay, guys, so what I'm doing, I picked up a few glitters that I want to add to my little snowflake. I'm not sure if I want to add anything else yet, but what I'm doing is I'm working on this little globe, and you can see it's getting smaller. I have taken a used file to the edges. As you can see, there is starting to pile up dust in there, but that's okay. I'm going to wipe it out afterwards. So all I do is I take the file and I literally just do that. Okay? And I keep doing that. And do you notice how I'm holding with my thumb and my pointer fingers? I'm kind of rolling it. I'm not squeezing it at all. Okay? Do not squeeze it. Even when I'm sanding it, you can see at no time am I squeezing it. See? I'm not squeezing it. So you just keep going. You can stop in between. Okay, and you're going to keep going until you get your desired, I guess, size, right? So if we look, at this one, I don't know if I can put them both. The one on the right is definitely smaller. I'm seeing how it'll adhere to the nail. I definitely could get a little smaller. So I'm going to go in a little bit more with the nail file. Just a little, I really need to fix my nail. Just a little tip. Try not to, is what I mean, to scratch the outside shiny part. You only want to get on the outside edge, if you know what I mean. Because, and the reason for that is because you don't want to dull the outside, because you want to see, you know, straight through, right? So I'm going to get it to where I need to be, and then I'm going to clean this out with a little, let's see, probably a little Q-tip with some alcohol, and I will be right back. Okay, so I am just taking a cotton swab with alcohol, and my cotton swab is a flat cotton swab, so it's perfect to just clean up right in there. Get all that dust out. You don't want any dust at all left in there, unless that's the effect that you want. I mean, maybe the dust can look like snow, I don't know, but that's not the look that I'm going for. I made a clear example for you, and I want to do that again. So see how that's nice and cleaned up? We are ready to go. And you also want to make sure that the inside of your globe is round. So I like to kind of take this little tool here and just make sure that it's round in there. And I really need to fix my nail. So I made a little candy cane, but it doesn't quite fit in there. I wonder if I can make it smaller. Where are my scissors? I made a little polymer clay candy cane, and stay tuned for a new kind of holiday themed. Maybe not holiday, I don't know. I made a couple of pieces that I wanted to share with you that I made from polymer clay, and I haven't made anything out of polymer clay for a very long time. I am currently looking for the little candy cane that flung across my table. It was so tiny I could barely see it. So here is my little globe, there is my little cane. I hope you guys can see that. I made that little candy cane. I will show you in just a second. I made a ton more. This is just polymer clay, guys. I also glazed a few of them. I just have, I think, a few more, and I have a couple more pieces that I'd like to share with you. So thumbs up if you like this video, and if you'd like to see my newest polymer clay creations. This mix I made by myself, and if you're wondering, this is the mix that actually is in that snow globe. This is just what it looks like if you were wondering. I'm really sorry for my heater noise in the background, guys. I'm hoping that it's not too loud. So really, I'm just sizing up this cane. I don't know. Not that I don't know. I do know. I do know that it fits in there. But what I'm trying to say is that I don't know what I was trying to say, but I'm not going to fill it up yet until I get it on my nail and I start sealing it, and then I'll leave an open spot. Some people like to drill a hole. I do not. And I'll show you how I fill up my globe without drilling a hole. Just a little promotion. If you don't know about Dream Gel is what I have currently on my nails right now. It is extremely sturdy. I have this pointer finger right here down to almost nothing, and it is not popping off. This is just gel. There's not extension. There's no tip. I need to fix it because it was growing out, and so I am going to extend it right just like that. But you can tell that they're very, very sturdy. They're not going anywhere. I've had these on for like almost a month now, and yes, I need to fill them. These, one of them I kind of used it kind of like an apres. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that method I used, I think, to my middle finger and my pinky, and I'm pulling on them and they're not going anywhere. So I feel like we could make a new product here. If I could just go and make products, I so would. I kind of want in between, a little bit thicker than a press-on, because press-ons I feel like can be kind of thin sometimes. I want it to be a little thick. I like thicker nails. One, I'm harder on my nails, and I just like the look of them because my finger is thicker. It's not like really thin. Some people have really thin fingers. I feel like my fingers are thicker. So the thicker nail on me, I think, looks a little bit better in my opinion. And again, I've never had nails this long on. Excuse my dry cuticles and my dry hands. Alcohol, washing hands, all that has made my hands so dry. And I've used moisturizer, and still I'm dry. I need to fix this nail, but what I'm going to do is probably off camera, I'll fix my nail with Dream Gel here, both of these, and those are the last two that I have to fix. But anyways, getting back into our snow globe. So definitely try out Dream Gel if you have not. This is what it looks like. It's a liquid builder. It's just a very, very thick gel consistency. I can literally go like this and it doesn't move anywhere. There, you hear my heat shut off. I've shown this before, but it's literally not moving at all. So it's very, very, very thick. So it's really, really good for extensions. So actually, I need to leave that open because that is what I'm going to use to adhere my snow globe. But for right now, we are going to take this nail. I need another swatch stick. Maybe we'll do it on Santa. Above Santa. Now my cane doesn't want to come out. I'm going to size up this nail with the snow globe. Guys, there's a huge snowstorm coming. For those who are going to be affected by it, please be very safe. Get everything that you need so you don't have to be running out at last minute or be stuck without the things that you need. Okay, so right now I'm just trying to size up the tip, and it looks like it won't fit, but it will. I'm going to use the very, very top of the nail. Maybe. Is that a good look? No, it's not. But for practice, I'm just going to adhere it there. So we're going to take this Santa nail. I didn't this time leave the little opening like I normally do. Like before, I go ahead and file the sides. As I'm filing the sides, I go and leave one side not filed so that I can kind of leave a little lip for me to tuck in the glitters and things, and I didn't do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now with my little file just really quickly. And I could definitely take my nail bit and just poke a hole right through. I don't want to do that because then I have to have gel to seal right over it, and then the glitters on the inside are just going to stick to it. And I want to try my best and try and not have my glitter stick to it. So I'm just going to go ahead on one side here and not try to puncture the top. If I do, I can go ahead and fix it. You can hear that it's pure. But I'm going to go on one side. I'm not going all around. It's just one side here. Can you guys see that? Just one side. One side, one side. Because you want one side higher than the other side. And don't worry, because you're going to go ahead and fill in with gel. Do not touch the front. Try as best as you can to remain on the outside of the globe. Okay, and I'm going to check it. So hard to hold it. I'm going to have to go in and clean again, but I'm just going to check for now to see if I'm able to add glitter in it. Like, is there enough space, okay? And I'm just going to keep going on that one side. A little bit more until you get your desired. What you want is you want one side higher than the other so you have a space to fit the glitter. Okay. So, here I am. Can you see that little divot that I made? So not even now at all. It's not even. And you want that. So I'm going back in with my little alcohol and Q-tip. And I'm just going to clean it right up. And there we have it. We are going to just take our, I keep slipping, right? And just make sure on the outside that it is cleaned as well. So you can go ahead and take a lint-free wipe, or you can go ahead with this Q-tip. Just make sure that you have no dust, dirt, lint, oils, nothing on your snow globe, because you want it as clear as possible. Okay, you can see right through that thing, and that's what you want. I am going to take my Santa nail and apply a base coat. And I only applied base coat to the top of the nail where I am adhering the globe, not to the whole nail. I mean, you can if you want. I'm sure it wouldn't hurt. I'm going to just cure this for 30 seconds. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to create like a little base for the globe to sit nicely. Now, while we're waiting, I want you to notice against the globe, it gets a little thicker, right? So that's the seal that we're creating. It kind of looks like a melting snowball. But I want it to be a little bit more flush with the nail. This was just a practice nail. So, I mean, this is all that there is on this channel is practice, right? For me, practice makes progress. Okay, so this is what we are trying to achieve. Going in with a second layer of base. This time I'm not going to cure it. Okay, not curing it. I'm going to add that a little thick on there, right? We're then going to take our globe and adhere it to your nail and keep changing positions. Like, which way do you want it? How on the nail do you want? And pay attention because we made an opening. So you need the opening to be accessible. This is how it should look on the nail. Do you see the opening? We're sliding here, so I'm going to adjust it, and it has base coat on it that's not cured. That's why it's sliding around. I'm just going to cure it for 30 seconds, and I'll be right out. Make sure that when you're in the light, it does not slide, so make sure that you hold it in there. Make sure that it doesn't slide side to side. Make sure that it stays in the place that you want. You can actually hold it there if you'd like. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to keep the audio because my heater keeps kicking on, so it might be a voiceover, may not be. May just play music over this tutorial, but regardless, I'm still giving you kind of what you need to know or want to know, or maybe you have had no idea about this and you want to try it out. So now you can see there's a little opening there, and if I go and touch my globe, you can see because we added the base coat, it's not moving anywhere. Okay, don't poke it as hard as I did, but now we are going to, because the base coat underneath that's adhering, okay, just a little FYI, remember it's still going to be a little tacky, so any glitter that we're going to put in there right now is going to automatically stick to the bottom. Doesn't bother me too much that that happens. There's going to be a little bit of sticking, but for me that's okay. Like this one back here, I had some glitter that stuck to the top, which I mean I'm fine with, but so you want to try to avoid it sticking, but you're going to have a little bit of sticking under there, so maybe we'll cover with some bigger pieces. So let's get our glitters ready. First thing that I'm trying to squeeze in there is my little candy cane. I have this little pointed Q-tip just because I don't want to use anything metal that'll scratch it, and I'm just trying to get it in there So it's in there, but is it gonna move? I don't know if it's gonna move. Let me see if I can get in there and move it around. I'm going to use my metal cuticle pusher here. I used a little toothpick to kind of move around my, you see, and she keeps getting stuck. I'm gonna have to, don't do what I just did. I don't know why I was just trying to do that. I still have my little opening here. I'm going to try, you see how the candy cane is moving? See it moving in there? But I want it to be moving freely. I don't want it to get stuck. If it gets stuck, it gets stuck. But I don't want it to get stuck. I think it might be a little bit too big. But that's okay. You guys see it moving, right? So I'm going to take the rest of my, I might be able to just do this with my finger. The bigger pieces are a little bit harder. And you have to, this takes a little bit, guys. This is not something that you're going to be, definitely if you were doing it at a salon, you could charge so much more because it takes longer. Or you could pre-do them, maybe. Have examples of maybe some art that you do, and then they can kind of see what you do. That's why swatches and stuff are so fun and so important. I think maybe at a nail salon, I'm not a pro, but that's something that I would do if I owned a salon or worked in a salon. I would kind of showcase my work. So see how I just stuffed it right in there? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to keep stuffing. And I don't want too big of pieces because then, you know, it won't move freely around. So let's see here. I want smaller pieces, just kind of hard to see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my rhinestone picker tool to get the pieces on there. Then I'll take my toothpick and motivate them inside. See that? Hey. And I'm going to keep doing that until I'm nice and full and where I want to be. I'm going to fill this up a little bit more and come back and show you where I am. Okay, so literally, hold on. Literally grabbing a couple pieces at a time. I'm just putting my little scissors in a picker tool back because I don't need any more. I'm going to grab a little bit of this mix, but the thinner mix, not the chunkier mix. I'm going to tilt my nail this way so that the pieces can fall inside of the nail. I'm going to hold my swatch over so that if anything falls, it'll fall right inside of the pot. And I'm trying not to scratch anything. Oh, there's hearts in here, but I didn't really want hearts for Christmas time. But the colors went really well with what I wanted right now. And the mix was just right here on my table anyways. So excuse the hearts. Am I getting it in there? Let me make sure that the hole is kind of open there so I can squeeze on through some more glitter. You might have a little jam here. Okay, so now that you have your snow globe filled, we're going to now start to seal the edges. So what I like to do is I like to make sure that all the glitter is to the back of the snow globe and there's nothing in the front where I'm going to seal, because all that glitter that's in the front there is just going to stick. I already have some glitter sticking already, and I'm not sure why, because I made sure that I put a no wipe top coat and I made sure that I cleaned it and wiped it real good. That's always going to happen, I think, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and start to seal. I'm going to take a very thin brush with my Dream Gel Liquid Builder. Normally I don't use this gel builder is very expensive, so I don't use this tricks like this, but because it's such a good builder and so strong, I'm going to use it. So take the builder and just start to wrap the gel around the bottom where it's going to seal up. So again, you see right there what I'm doing with the glue? I'm just sealing the edges, not glue, with the gel. It's acting like a glue. So this is really just a sealer. We don't want it to get thick because we want to keep the bulk of the globe at minimum. So we really don't want it to get thick at all. But we are going to add a top coat, so it will match up to what we're putting on now. I'm going to cure that for about a minute, but I'm going to make sure that I tilt the nail on its side like this because I want to keep all of the glitter away from the gel. Okay, so now you see there, I secured the whole entire hole. So we're going to cure all of the edges is what I wanted to say. We cured, so we're going to go ahead and cure that for a minute, and then we will come back out and we'll add top coat and we'll be done. I am going to add top coat over the rest of the nail so that everything can be even. So I'm just going to grab, this is a no wipe top coat, no wipe, so I'm just going to make sure that I secure around the edges of the snow globe all the way around. I'm going to extend down the rest of the nail so it can all be even. Make sure to hit the side. If you can get up around here, I wouldn't do it with the brush. I'd probably get a really thin liner brush and get up around here, which I'll probably do off camera. And I'm also going to take the top coat and go over the entire snow globe one more time. Okay. Probably going to put one more top coat after this one. So go ahead and cure that for a minute. So guys, here is the globe. It didn't come out as good as my first one, but you see the little glitter moving in there? I don't know if you can see it. I'm sorry guys, this is a horrible angle. I don't know if can you see it moving? So there's stuff moving in there. It's just, you know, you gotta be patient and maybe not mind too much if some glitter gets stuck to the top. Like it looks better in person than it does on camera, to be honest. So if I look at both of them, and this was my very first one, this one definitely came out better than the one we did today. I like the size of, as you can see the difference here, I like the size of the one that we did today. I just have to figure out a better technique to not have the glitter stick so much. But these are super fun, guys. If you want to create these, definitely thumbs up this tutorial. I hope you watch along and make a snow globe nail art or nail art snow globe with me. I hope you enjoyed watching. Stay safe. Again, if you're going through this winter storm, hopefully this video goes up today before the storm comes. Hopefully nobody loses power or anything. But I'm going to try to get this video up before the storm starts so we don't have any interruptions. And maybe sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below. Hit that notification bell. Make sure you click the word all. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.